takeaways you noticed offensively or defensively, I should say, that'll give you guys an edge against the Bulldogs if you're to face them later on in the season, postseason?
I would just say, especially in the first half, we saw our capabilities, and even in the first half, we didn't play as well as we could have. And so, just knowing that our potential to, play with the number 2 team in the country, just boosts our confidence, and I think that'd just be huge for, everyone else on the team. Overall, we made some plays, but there's also plays we didn't make, and I think if we had to face them again, we'd be ready for sure.
Okay, Michael, talk about that first half again. What were some of the things that were allowing us to be successful and really holding them down? And we really came away with a few really good fourth down stops that were key too.
Yeah, I would just say the execution of our defense. We had guys in the right spots when they needed to be there. We had guys make plays, and just everyone rallying to the football. If someone missed a tackle, you'd have another guy right there. And I think that was really huge for us. And really our secondary, being able to come up and fill the gaps, that was huge for us as well. So that really helped us out the first half.
Okay, Nate, what were, we'll talk about the first half too, or we were successful. What were some of the things that the offense in general was able to do really well to set us up for those scoring drives?
I want to say the ability to transition. We noticed a few drives we weren't getting that much push, and so just being there on the sidelines, building each other up, having the energy, knowing that, all right, we can't do this unless we play together. That was one thing that I saw was a positive.
Okay, Nate, what are you looking for out of your team, in preparation this week? Another big matchup with a top 10 team in the country coming in here at Wick Stadium.
I'm looking forward to us, just making that transition, coming back ready tomorrow, ready to work, and just GV's on the clock, so that's really.
Okay, and Michael, I'll ask you, your senior year, another big game coming up against Grand Valley. What are you looking forward to this week and getting ready for the big matchup?
I look forward to just going out with the guys, the senior class I came in with, also just all the other, freshmen, juniors, senior, sophomores. Just being able to go out and play my last home game, I should say, just with the guys that I've spent so much time with, put in so much work, and just knowing that I can play for my brothers and they'll play for me, and just kind of goes out with my senior season, and I know we can accomplish everything we want to accomplish still, so we can still go out there very motivated and get the job done.
Okay, Coach, team lost 28-14 to Ferris State. Had a really good first half, but, team really battled against the Bulldogs. Overall thoughts on the game?
Well, I thought we played well in the first half, but we didn't make the most of all of our opportunities. And, I thought that was really the tail of the first half. I thought it could have been a bigger lead than 14-7. And unfortunately, we weren't able to do the things in the second half to win the football game. But our guys played with great effort. I thought we were physical. I thought we had a lot of, you saw a lot of great plays by our guys, but just not enough compared to what Ferris did. And then, we made a couple mistakes in terms of turning the football over that were costly, and we didn't get enough turnover. So all the things that we talked about that it takes to win, especially in this league, Ferris was on the plus side of those things, and they won the football game.
Were there any specific takeaways you got from this game that could help you later on if you are to face them in the postseason?
Well, I think more than anything, I think we understand where we are as a football team. That's the number 2 ranked team in the country, and I thought our guys went blow to blow with them for 4 quarters. And I think if there was a couple breaks that went the other way, we might be looking at a different score. But at the same time, we've got to get over that line. I talked about that thin line between winning and losing at the highest level in the locker room. And what we've got to do is we've got to get on the other side of that line, because we're super close. But now you got to do the things to get across it and get a win against a good team like that. So I think our guys come out of a game like that. We're sore. We're tired. It was a physical game. We played our hearts out. But I think more than anything, our guys understand that the challenge next week's going to be big, and they're going to show up tomorrow ready to go and ready to get back at it.
Okay, and you mentioned being on the other side of that turnover margin. We came into the game leading the country and in that turnover margin. Just talk about the importance of that.
Yeah, well, obviously it was huge. When you look at the turnovers in that game, and they were able to capitalize on 2 of them, and that's the difference, 2 touchdowns. And then the one break we did get when they mishandled a punt, we were able to get that blocked punt. We weren't able to take advantage of that turnover. So, I think we talked about that for the last 3 to 4 weeks in terms of where we were in the turnover category. And the one game that we didn't win it before this game was the Aston game. We didn't win that game. And we were on the minus part of it today, and we weren't able to get this one. But it's right there. You see how important turnovers are. I thought what we did today offensively is we created a lot of big plays. I thought defensively, with the exception of that first touchdown they scored, we did a great job of preventing the big plays. Turnovers, and then we made our share. We had our share of penalties today that I thought were costly. So, those are things that you got to do well to win football games. We didn't do them as well as we needed to, but you can't second guess the effort our guys played with today. They showed up, they played hard, and I thought in terms of the challenge that was in front of them, I thought they really did a good job of managing that and coming ready to play. No question.
Okay, and another big one this upcoming Saturday here at home, Battle of the Valleys. What are we looking at in your opponent in Grand Valley?
You're looking at another good football team. You're looking at one of the better teams in the country. You're looking at a team right now that everybody's still battling for conference championships, battling for playoff spots, and it's a big game. And our guys, there's no question our guys will be ready for it. There's a lot of preparation still to do, and still to do on Grand Valley's part. And 7 days from now, we're going to have a football game, and our guys are going to be ready to win and put forth their best effort.